bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. A church that was badly damaged by fire earlier this year is entering another phase of development. Tonight, the leader of the congregation is giving an update on the way ahead. He watched as a crane dismantled the shell of the church that he has led for several decades. Pastor Peter Pinder calls it a bittersweet moment that brought back many memories, but he is prepared to move on.
Having to face the reality of not being able to preach in this building or to sit in my office, it is somewhat difficult for me today, but I give God thanks for the opportunity that has been presented for us we're preparing to build a much larger building that will enable us to serve the Grand Bahama community in a greater way.
Zion Baptist Church incurred serious damage after a brush fire apparently got out of control back in March. He says the church has been a part of the neighboring community since the early 80s.
It's what some people refer to as bittersweet. It's a new phase. We didn't anticipate it, but yet because we're always open to whatever God is doing, we accept this as an opportunity God is giving us to make a difference.
What is the next step?
Well, we're presently having plans drawn, and as soon as those plans are drawn, we will reveal to the community where we're headed. And as soon as we can get those plans approved, we're looking forward to beginning construction.
Well, a positive youth outreach is in jeopardy tonight, and funding is needed to bring the initiative back on course. As Megan Shepard tells us, the coordinators are making an urgent appeal for help.
Founder of Reach Out Ministries, Dudley Said, has dedicated years to making a difference in the lives of young men. Now he is appealing for help to continue that mission. The 5th annual Scare Straight trip to New Providence is expected to happen this Wednesday, but Said says a sponsorship is still needed.
With a high level of crime, every year I take about 25 to 30 kids over to Nassau. This year is a bit challenging. One of our major corporate sponsors pull out on us at the last minute, but normally take care of the hotel accommodations. So I'm making an appeal out to corporate Grand Bahama. For anyone who wants to assist us, take these young men over to Nassau for a life-changing experience into Nassau.
Sayed says the group has hosted several fundraisers leading up to the trip, but was unable to raise the full $7,000. He says despite the challenges, the trip must take place.
I spoke to some people and they told me to cancel, but they don't realize the impact that this trip makes on these kids' lives when they actually go inside the prison. We go through maximum security. We walk through, and the prisoners have an opportunity to talk to these kids. So it's a life-changing trip. So whenever I could take kids over and to have an impact, so they have a life experience opportunity when we visit Her Majesty's prison, it is priceless.
Now, some students have taken part in the trip in previous years and say the experience definitely made an impact on them. For first-timers, they say they look forward to taking away a meaningful message.
Last time when we visited the prison, I was a little scared because I always see how they saying don't come here. This is a hard place. I see some of my friends who was in there, who was in boy, who was in the Simpson pen, some who was on juvenile block, and just getting Nassau play ball, try and bring back to the people.
I ain't afraid to go there, but just that I want to see how to go there so I wouldn't go there myself.
This year I'm looking forward to winning, bringing back the trophy, because last year we fall short in the semi-finals game, and I just want to win.
The trip is expected to last for 4 days. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Now, with the mounting social ills affecting this country, the Grand Bahama Christian Council, along with the Pastors Forum under the leadership of Apostle Tony Grant, is spearheading a 1-hour prayer session. Apostle Anthony Grant says the plan is to blanket this nation with prayers this coming Sunday. He's asking churches across the island to join in.
Our beloved Bahama nation is being attacked by demonic elements of senseless and heinous crimes. Spirits of murder, drugs, rape, racketeering, and human trafficking have penetrated the islands and threatened the very fabric of our Christian foundation. On Sunday, July 14th, at 1 p.m. sharp, we're going to sound the alarm.
Now, Apostle Grant says a prayer motorcade will begin at 1 p.m. sharp, but he notes the 1-hour prayer session will commence at 2 p.m. on the Independence Park.
We are asking churches to, outside of Freeport, we're asking churches outside of Freeport to leave at 1:45. And that's because they have a longer way to travel, and we want to get to the park by 1:30 so that we can begin, and we'll have just 1 hour of outpouring warfare, prayer, and praise to rout and break the demonic chains over the Bahamas.
Well, the church leader says this event is not restricted to just churches, but anyone and everyone who is interested. Once again, the Break Every Chain Prayer Forum is slated for this coming Sunday at 2 p.m. on the Independence Park. For further information, you can contact Apostle Anthony Grant at 352-4273. And finally, in news this evening, activities in honor of independence continuing on Grand Bahama this weekend. Tonight, the local planning committee is joining hands with the Grand Bahama Red Cross to host a musical trip down memory lane. Co-chairman of the Independence Committee, Peter Adderley, says that tonight at the Church of the Ascension Hall, the public will get the opportunity to go back to the good old days. But that isn't the only musical event on the agenda. Later this month, the committee hopes to stage a concert featuring the world-famous T-Connections.
Tonight at the Ascension Hall, it will be a back to the old days dance where folks can listen to that wonderful music of the past, enjoy the memories of what dancing used to be like, and have a good matured night out, and have it highlighted by good old-fashioned chicken in the bag. So it's like going to the Rec Bar or the Sandpiper or House of Lords, all of the old clubs that were here on the island. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for persons to take a step back, relive the memories.
Now, he says there are more musical events on the agenda.
We also want the public to be reminded that Grand Bahama's very own and world-renowned T-Connections are set to come to the island for the Independence Ball. We're still playing with the date of July 27th, and we expect to have some intense discussions over the weekend to see if we hold on to the 27th date or do we go to August. And so we look forward to an exciting time as we continue these celebrations.
We're here to party.
Yeah, and they had a good time and they enjoyed themselves.
Yeah, they're doing the wobble. You know about the wobble?
No, I still stagger.
Oh, jeez.
You know about the wobble.
Yeah, I'll teach you when we get off set.
Listen, children watching this show.
All I have to say is, Bishop Silver Camp, I'm doing the wobble on Sunday when I come to church.
Listen, Bishop, lock the door.
That's going to do it for us here in the North on behalf of our entire ZNF News team. Shasheena, Rolle, have a great weekend.